Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel and blog. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another tutorial. Today I want to share not an entire tutorial with you, but I want to show you one way that you can personalize a handmade card. I have this card that I have created using Coffee Cafe and Coffee Break DSP, and I use the thinlits as well. I used some frames to make a kind of an eclectic looking or retro looking card, but there is something that I can add to this project that is not just components. I can add something that is a hand stitched heart, and you can choose so many different things that you could do. I have the wood crate framelits here. It has a larger tag than the little tag framelit that comes with the coffee dies. There is star, there's a moon, there's a heart, and even a little chicken. So what my desire is to try to add something to this that speaks volumes about me. And I really like to hand sew. That is one of the things that makes me feel relaxed, and I give a lot of handmade gifts at Christmas time. So I've taken the little heart and used some thick whisper white cardstock. I have my Stampin' Pierce mat. Most of us have this pierce mat, and we often use it for stamping, or maybe we used to pierce. But how long has it been since you pulled this out for some actual paper piercing? So the way that I suggest you go about hand sewing is to create some holes. Those little holes are going to let you bring the thread and a needle up and down throughout the little piece. The way that I start out by making paper piercing on a piece that doesn't have a guide is I start at the north and the southernmost points, and I work opposite from one another. This will allow me to have an even amount of holes to sew into, and that way it will be pleasing to my eye. The one piece of advice I can give you is to just relax and have fun. A hand sewn project is supposed to look exactly like that, hand sewn. So if you haven't tried this before, then this is a great opportunity for you to do something that adds a piece of yourself, and it adds a lot of texture to your project. So if you have a coffee cup, for example, and you want to give that coffee cup a hand look, like a handmade look, you could create some piercing holes and just leave it as it is with a hand pierced look. Or you can get some thread or embroidery thread. You could even use Stampin' Up's baker's twine and create some kind of stitch marks that go along the edge of your piece of paper. Thick whisper white cardstock is nicely thick, and it will hold up very well. Here is some of the little embroidery threads that I keep in my sewing bag, and I have just a regular needle, an embroidery needle that is. I have loaded up and strung in, and I have a knot at the end. I have 4 strands of embroidery floss that I'm working with. I start hand sewing by coming up from the back and making sure that I pull the knot not too tight, but I don't want any slack in between. So I will be doing a back stitch for this video demonstration and I'm going to keep it all very simple. If you are not familiar with hand sewing and what the terms are, that's okay. It just means that I'm going to put the needle into a hole, and I'm going to bring the over top laying thread back to me, and then I'm going to jump up another one forward to where there's no gaps on the sewing line on the front. It's very simple stitch. It's very hard to not be able to do this stitch. I mean, what I mean to say is that this is one of the easiest ways that even a person that has no experience with hand sewing is able to find success. So that's why I chose this stitch. And in further videos, if you guys have an interest in adding some kind of hand sewn look to your card projects, then I'll explore some more different types. Thank you all for joining me for this quick tutorial. The instructions for completing the card itself will be on my blog at jennystampsup.com. Be sure not to miss the exclusive content I share with my customers. You can become a customer by clicking Shop Now at jennystampsup.com to make your Stampin' Up! Purchase. All of the supplies are available in my online store. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day!